Hi folks, this is Don Schaefer once again. I want to welcome you to the Better You. This is video blog number 21. I'm excited about this one also, and the fact that you are continuing to stay with me. I know from the comments and stuff that we're receiving from you that you're sharing this with your family and friends, and I appreciate that. And for those of you who are not signed up for my weekly newsletter, by all means go to our website and you can sign up there, and I send out a weekly newsletter along with this video blog to help you and to develop you and to give you a greater understanding of the possibilities of life, because we're on a big journey this year. We're trying to unlock the potential that's inside of you, and we realize that it's a process. We realize it's a bit and a piece from week to week that we continue to add to that process, giving you an understanding of all the areas and stuff that you need to tap into. And we talked about the fact that success is a journey, it's not a destination. And that's where to live a successful life, you have to have yourself walking the journey of success. And also we mentioned the fact that success is not having, say, a lot of money, a great job, or a fancy home, cars, or whatever it might be. That can be a part of success, but success is having a balanced life. It's having relationships in your life. It's having a spiritual walk with your Lord, and it's your family, your children, it's monies, it's work, it's a whole group of areas of your life. And that's where we're going to continue. We're going to continue because we talked about the fact that the area in your life that is so important is your self-image. We talked about that last week, how you see yourself, because a lot of us don't see ourselves as too much in life, and that's usually what we get. So if we can change our image, our possibilities, we can achieve great things in life, but we have to be able to see ourselves in doing that. And that's where a lot of times people will go to these special conventions or seminars or whatever it might be. They get all pumped up on a weekend because what happens is the seminar leader will paint them a picture. They will paint them a picture of what they can be, and for a moment, just a moment, they're seeing themselves as being that individual. But usually what happens is they go home. They go home and all of a sudden the painting disappears. The picture starts to fade, and all of a sudden they're right back to seeing themselves sometimes as failures. And we can't do that. We have to see ourselves as being successful. And one area I wanted to talk a little bit about this week is an area that's very important in the steps of success. First one was self-image. Second one is your relationship. You have to develop quality relationships with people. It's as simple as that. You can't be successful if you don't have solid relationships. And it's amazing because relationships are a lot like an echo. What you put out there comes back to you. Or a boomerang. If you ever threw one of these, I didn't really know what I was doing, but they're supposed to go way out and they're supposed to come right back to you. See, and that's what relationships are all about. See, what you have to do to have and develop good relationships, you have to get yourself in a mindset that I'm looking for the good in people rather than looking for the bad. I wake up in the morning, I'm going to walk out and I'm going to try to find the good that's in people. Because what I find happens inside of us, when we look for the good inside of people, we start treating the people differently. We start treating them good. What happens when we start to treat people good? They start seeing good in us and they start treating us good. So it's just like the echo. It goes out and it comes back in. And that's where we have to develop healthy relationships to be successful in life. And this is an area that we have to expand in. We have to be able to realize that, hey, if I am going to be successful in life, it's only going to be because of the people that are around me. The people that are going to help me. So what do is I try to put out good into these people. I look for good and I try to put out good, because what's a lot of what you see and what you put out is what's inside you. And if you're constantly seeing bad and seeing negative situations, it's because there's a lot of bad and negative inside of you. But if you can turn that, and it's an exercise, it's a process that we work on, and we sit there and say, this is day one, and everybody I see, I'm going to be looking for the good, and I'm going to be cheerful. I'm going to change my attitude, and pretty soon after a while we become that person. constantly looking for good. And the reason we can do that is because good is inside of us. You know, and what happens when we look for good in people? We treat them differently. And what happens when we treat them differently? They treat us differently. I want to thank you folks for being with us. If you can do this, share this with your friends, have them tune in. This is great. I know it's being talked about, and I want to wish you a great week, and please join me again next week. Thank you so much.